Hey beautiful people, welcome to my happy presentation. For this, I'm going to be covering the healing journey. Or at least that's what I'm going to be calling it. You could also call it a personal growth journey, as you're doing both. I'm going to be sharing what has been working for me so far, in hopes that this will help someone else out too. If you don't want to sit there and just watch the video, you can always leave it on for background noise, or you can always pause it and come back to it later. Go by what works for you. Alright, on to the next slide. So, step 1. Decide this is the path you are going to take. This is not an overnight process. It is something that can take years. Even then, you may not be 100%, but you'll be a whole lot better than before. And that is definitely something to strive for. So, are you ready to make a decision? Let's start walking this path together. Now, time to buckle up and enjoy the ride. Some key things to work on, the short version. Self-concept, redirecting your thoughts, gratitude, acceptance, forgiveness, and releasing what no longer serves you. It might sound like a spiritual journey, but we don't have to call it that. So now, on to the longer version. You begin by working on changing your self-concept. What is self-concept? It is your overall view of yourself. It plays into your self-esteem and confidence. Think of it like this. Your inner world translates to your outer world. To get an idea of your self-concept, pay attention to the way you talk to yourself and about yourself. Now that self-concept is established, what can we do to change it? By rewiring your brain. And yes, it's going to be a process, and I know you can handle it. You've got this. Time to kickstart the process. Now is the time to start loving yourself. Acceptance. Accept yourself as you are now. Accept where you are currently. Surrender and release. Don't fight what is going on now. Affirmations. Words hold more power than giving credit for. Gratitude. A little gratitude goes a long way. Meditation. Think of it as making time for yourself. It is your me time, and you can do so much more. Now here's your reminder. Be patient with yourself throughout the process. Now, we're going to start off with talking about affirmations. Think of it like this. Surface level debris eventually sinks, and affirmations will do just that. Start telling yourself nice things. Find at least 3 affirmations to give yourself. If you have one, that is okay. It is a start. Recite them to yourself. That is now your mantra. You can recite them in the morning when you wake up, recite them before going to bed, recite them throughout the day. You can do any combination, doesn't matter. The most important thing is when you say your affirmations, believe them. Say it with your chest. It is now a fact. You might feel a little crazy. Embrace it. The brain is used to the old wiring, is trying to cling to it. Affirmations are going to help you with rewiring your brain so you can create a new story. I'm going to give you a technique to try. The mirror method. Take 3 affirmations, put them on a piece of paper, look yourself in the mirror, and recite them. Eye contact is important. If you're not comfortable enough yet, put the paper where you know you'll see it and recite your affirmations. And yes, you're gonna feel like a weirdo at first, but when you keep doing it, it's gonna feel weird less. Now, if you don't want to do the mirror method, try something else or add to it, give journaling a go. Give yourself affirmations, then read them later when you wake up to start your day, and or going to bed. You don't need a fancy journal. You can always use the spiral notebooks that are 25 to 50 cents, typically used for school supplies. On to the next one. Alright, some examples to try. And they're all going to be a bunch of I ams. You go with the I am worthy, I am amazing, I am loved, I am beautiful, handsome, etc. Other ones to try? I believe in myself. I trust that everything will work out. I release self-doubt. I choose to focus on the positive. Affirmations work best when they start with the self, which is why they usually start with I am. If you can come up with your own, that is great too. The ones I have listed are there to help give you something to start with. Find what works for you. It is your healing and growth journey. Therefore, you can customize and personalize it. Off to the next one. All right, we're going to go into gratitude. As I said before, a little gratitude goes a long way. Gratitude works a lot like affirmations. They can help change your outlook on things. Take a moment to be grateful for what you have, the people in your life, your pets, the opportunities presented to you, even the air you breathe. Be grateful for anything and everything. The nice thing about gratitude is it gives you things to look for. What can you do with your thoughts of gratitude? You can keep a journal. Write down things you are grateful for. You could write 3 in the morning and look back at them at night, or vice versa. You could keep a small journal with you and write out things you are grateful for throughout the day. If you don't want to write it out, you can just take a moment to be grateful for something or many things. Now, if all you can think of is one thing, that is totally okay. It's something to start with, and you can take it from there. Sometimes more will come in after you come up with one. The point is finding something to be grateful for. Just like how affirmations can be spoken, you can do the same thing with gratitude. And I'm going to give you some examples of gratitude. And yes, there's going to be more I ams. I am grateful for the air I breathe. I am grateful for my health. I appreciate my family. I am grateful for the people in my life, etc., etc. I am grateful. I am thankful. I appreciate. I love it when. And of course, the list keeps going on. Express gratitude in some shape or form, even for the little things. It makes a difference. Now on to meditation. Make time for yourself, even if it's just for 10 minutes. You can meditate anytime that works for you. Meditating in the mornings when you wake up and or in the evenings before bed works best. Now you're getting into the art of doing nothing. While meditation helps clear the mind, you can also use it with affirmations and gratitude. And now, the longer the meditation, the better. So if you'd like to go for longer meditations, work yourself up to do them. What are some benefits of meditation? There are studies that have shown to have mental and physical health benefits. Some examples include reduces stress and anxiety, emotional regulation, improves self-awareness, better sleep, improves memory, and enhances creativity. Find a comfortable position for you. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed. You can meditate sitting on a chair or laying down. Try not to fall asleep if you do lay down. Now do make note to focus on your breath. Accept the thoughts that arise, no judgment. Look at them from the place of an observer. Any expectations, let go of them. I'm going to give you some sources to look into as far as meditation. Places like YouTube will have videos available to meditate with. You can use nature sounds such as rain, thunderstorms, running water. You can use white noise, binaural beats, chakra healing music, classical music, etc. You can look into guided meditations. They can help with releasing baggage. You can use affirmations and words of gratitude. You can use your own. Some people even record themselves using their own affirmations for this reason. Or find a meditation video that offers these. You can even use subliminal messages. Acceptance and forgiveness. Accept things as they are. Accept yourself. Accept your circumstances. Accept where you are at. Accept what happened. Stuff happened. The only way to go is forward. Forgive and let go. No one is saying that what happened is okay. You're taking your power back from that person, place, or thing. Now, if you'd like something to start with, you can apologize to yourself. Apologize for the things when you were hard on yourself. Now that you have apologized to yourself, you can now forgive yourself for the things that you apologize for. As stated before, it starts with the self. Let it all go. Holding on is what is draining you. Plus, it's not a good feeling. And I'll give you an example using me. Rosie, I'm sorry for being hard on you. And then you can turn around and say, Rosie, you are forgiven. Acknowledge that, yes, the thing that happened was crappy, but it will not take away your power. Use this time to pay attention to your thoughts. Analyze how you talk to yourself, internal and external, the words you use, what your thought patterns are, and what triggers them. When you get an idea of what your thoughts are, start working on how to redirect them. You can redirect them by changing the narrative, which is what makes affirmations important. I'm going to give you some examples. Creating alternate explanations. I can't believe I just messed up. To, it's okay, people make mistakes. I've done great before, one mistake isn't a big deal. This is an experience I can learn from. If you start off saying one thing, you can add an alternate explanation. I'm not good enough. Actually, I am enough. I am great. I'm such a screw up. Actually, no, I'm not. I've always done great. I just had a moment. I am amazing. Oh no, I just spilled my coffee, and I'm going to be late. To, you know what? Burnt toast theory. Think of it as talking to yourself like you would a friend. Patience and understanding. You go from beating yourself up to understanding that things happen and that it is okay. You can use it as a learning experience. You're going to have your moments where the snowball you tried to keep from rolling down the hill goes down the hill anyway. When that happens, just make note of it for next time and try again. Think of it as showing you where you are at on your journey. Remember, as mentioned before, this is not an overnight process. Be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. Even experts in the area make mistakes. Especially needed if you're in the beginning phases of working on your healing. You're not going to be quite up to speed, and that is okay. Just take it one step at a time. You'll get to where you want to be. Take it slow, and don't compare your progress to where someone else is. You are where you need to be at this time. In the meantime, those old thought patterns, they are going to try and come back. The reason being is the mind is used to it. As far as the mind is concerned, it is comfortable where it is at. These new thought patterns being created are foreign to the mind. That makes it uncomfortable because it doesn't feel safe. The reason it's not safe is because the mind is in survival mode. It will try to cling to what it thinks is safe and comfortable, as uncomfortable as the old thought patterns are. The old thought patterns are deeply rooted in the subconscious. Think of it like this. We'll use the iceberg analogy, where the tip of the conscious mind above water, and as you go beneath the surface, you'll come across the subconscious, then beneath the unconscious. This conscious is what handles what we're dealing with. Deliberate thinking, reasoning, decisions, pretty much a surface level. This is where it begins when you start using affirmations as an example. The subconscious, or the preconscious, is where the memory is stored and can be brought to the conscious mind, which is beneath the surface. This is where affirmations begin to settle before making it to the unconscious mind. What's beneath the iceberg? This is where memories and thoughts are deeply stored that influence your current thoughts and behaviors. Until you start digging, you aren't quite aware of them. The unconscious mind is what you're trying to influence. which goes into creating a newer version of you. You are putting yourself mentally in a place where you are not as bothered by things before. It's not as scary as it sounds. Using me as an example, I am still me, just more confident than I was before. There are some things you may experience during the process. You might feel like a weirdo. Yes, you'll feel a bit crazy. That's normal, especially since you're creating a newer version of you, and the mind is trying to cling on to what it is used to. Another one is an ego death. There's going to be some humbling experience. It might be painful, especially when dealing with deep-rooted trauma. When you experience it, know that everything will be okay and will work out in your favor. The hero's journey can be used as an example. Losing old connections, so it may get lonely, and the door for new connections will open. The people you had connections with, you may find yourself and them drifting apart. Looking at things under a different lens might be a factor. You can say it's like you're not on the same wavelength anymore with old connections, which is what leads to new ones. And of course, this goes into looking at life from a different lens. Like with connections, you'll look at life in general from a different lens. You start to understand why people are the way they are, which comes from self-awareness. You'll find yourself picking up on when you're getting bothered and why you are bothered. It's almost as if the mind is becoming more articulate. On to the scary part, facing your triggers. Here's where it's going to get very uncomfortable. I would recommend tackling the issue when you know you are ready. This is where you'll start reflecting on your trauma and past experiences so you can release it. This includes looking into mother-father wounds, relationships with people, romantic and platonic, and other issues that I haven't listed. Take a moment to analyze them. Why do I feel this way? What caused my triggers or trauma? When did it start? And how do I release it? Take it one step at a time. Guided meditations will help with something like this. And now, cue the eye roll. I have a crazy suggestion to try. Maybe not totally crazy, but we'll just go with it. Look into Law of Attraction. The information they provide is helpful towards personal growth. Even if you don't believe in this stuff, it's worth looking into. Most of what I covered here is also talked about with people that promote it. And I do have some suggestions of people to listen to. Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, and Dr. Joe Dispenza. Now keep in mind, when you are researching stuff, there are people who would take advantage of those who are vulnerable. So be mindful and use your discretion when searching and researching. I would for sure stay away from the ones asking for money. And that pretty much covers it. Now, are you still with me? As of this time, this is all I can think of. If there's more, I will for sure share it in future videos and content. This whole thing is like jumping down a rabbit hole. Take your time and go easy on yourself. It is a lot and it takes time. Even I know for sure I'm not 100%, I just know that I'm not where I was 4 or 5 years ago. Take what you need from this and leave out the rest. You don't have to make it all fit. Now, if anyone's interested, I will share links and resources in the description. Thank you for listening to my little presentation. Much love, and enjoy the rest of your day.